Good day. I'd like to talk to you about the onset of winter darkness. Our clocks change, turning back an hour this Saturday, November 2nd, which means that darkness is going to be arriving a lot sooner in the afternoon. With the change in the clocks and the onset of our winter darkness, moods change. One of the things that a lot of people notice is the seasonal affect disorder. And that's when, with the shorter daylight hours and the increase in dark hours, moods change. Some people become depressed. Some people become lethargic. They just don't want to be out and about. They don't have the enthusiasm and the motivation that they had in the summer and fall. Interest levels kind of just fall by the side. You'll find that some people are perhaps wanting to be alone a lot more. They are sleeping longer, or perhaps they're spending more time online than they normally do. We can also find that depression is a big issue. That people want to hibernate. They want to just sleep later, not be involved in things. So why am I talking to you about this? Why is Mr. Phil, a special education teacher, talking about the changes in the clock and the dark winter hours? Well, for our students, perhaps they are going to be wanting to sleep longer. They're not wanting to wake up and get to school or go to school. They're not at all interested in studying or reviewing or doing homework. They're just not motivated to be at all interested or involved with school. This is important because it's going to impact their education. It's going to impact their ability to keep up with their grades, keep up with their studies, and remain an active student. We can't just ignore this. That's silly talk. That's not thinking and supporting the student at all. We need to realize that, yes, indeed, the increased dark hours is affecting them. Pardon me. There are things that we can do. We can certainly speak to a professional, either the family doctor or a therapist, for ideas as to how we can help our children, our students who may be affected with seasonal affect disorder, or just in general how the winter moods change and they're a little bit down. So there are some things that are out there that are available. One of them is the sunrise lamp, and that is a lamp that we have in our bedroom that slowly starts to increase the light in the bedroom at a time where perhaps normally we'd be experiencing sunrise, say around 6 o'clock in the morning. And what that does is it helps keep the internal clock ticking to an earlier time rather than these 8 o'clock sunrises that we might have in the winter. This is important and something that I really want us to consider, because sometimes in the winter, our students really suffer. And to pretend that this isn't happening or all they need to have is a stern talking to isn't fair. They may need melatonin to help boost their ability to function. There are all sorts of things that can help them. So if we see a student who's struggling, let's help. Let's contact the parents. Let's encourage them to seek help for their student. It's going to be something that perhaps they experience every winter, and it's just going to become part of their healthy routine. And as educators, we spend a lot of time with these kids. So let's see what we can do to help them as much as possible. Another thing that I want to talk about, with the increase of winter darkness, we need to be concerned about the color of clothing that students and people wear when they're out and about, certainly after dark. Dark colors look great during the day. A nice black pea coat, nice black pants or dark pants, long winter coats that are dark. These are all really nice when it's bright and sunny and you've got contrast against the snow. However, with darkness arriving early, that means that these dark clothes in the dark make it more and more difficult for young people, people of any age, to be seen by buses, by trucks, by cars. It's something to be aware, because certainly those students who are going to school in the dark and coming home to school, from school in the dark, why are we going to dress them in dark clothing? That's only going to make it more visible for them to be seen. So please, if indeed your child has dark clothing, is it possible to hang a reflector from their backpack or give them a flashlight to carry, something that helps them be visible? Lighter clothing, even a light scarf, even a bright hat, something like that would work wonders toward them having a safer commute to and from school in these dark hours. I wish you all safety during this Halloween weekend. Halloween too is a tough time. I don't work during Halloween. It's too dangerous for me to be out driving with all these young students, young children, teenagers running around in these lovely dark costumes without any reflectors or any light. It's just too dangerous for me to be driving around on Halloween Eve. So I stay off the road. Why put these young trick-or-treaters at risk of being hit simply because of their costumes? So with that in mind, let us be safe. Let's have an enjoyable, healthy Halloween, and I'll speak with you soon. Take care. Bye.